Most of the time on this particular channel, I talk about interview preparation, your career in tech, and something related to that. But I thought let's keep this video a bit casual. In this particular video, I'll show you my overall tech setup. For a lot of, you can say, years, most of the people have been talking about a great tech setup, and generally it includes a lot of monitors, a very powerful machine, a mechanical keyboard, and whatnot. But that's not the case for me. I try to keep things as minimalistic as possible so that I can just use them whenever I want and have maximum productivity altogether. So today I'll show you my complete hardware side of the things. We'll probably put the software stuff in a separate video, right? So I'll show you my complete tech setup and what are the things that I use the most. So this is my MacBook Pro M1. This is a machine that I have used for like last 4 years. And to be very honest, all the primary learnings, my self-practice, if I want to make some toy projects, everything actually goes on this one. It's a pretty powerful machine, at least compared to the price that I got it for, right? It's a 16 GB RAM machine and technically takes all of the load that I generally have to give it. For your normal development work, browsing stuff, having containers running on top, all of these things are easily handled on this particular machine. Also soon, I'm going to upgrade to a M5 MacBook Air. I'll also show you a review on that how exactly the experience is like. But overall, this has been a very powerful machine and has actually helped me a lot in improving my learning and trying out new things altogether. Apart from this, for my office purpose, I have a separate MacBook Pro M4. We'll not talk about this a lot because this is mainly only for office related stuff and all the tasks that I have to do in my day-to-day work. I believe overall these two are pretty powerful machine, and specifically my MacBook Pro M1 is a pretty small and very easy to actually carry whenever I'm traveling, whenever I'm going somewhere, right? So these things actually matter to me a lot. You will find a lot of people having mostly 16-inch MacBook Pros, but for me, I think the overall aspect of carrying things during travel, when I'm going back to India or let's say traveling anywhere else in Europe, these things matter to me a lot. This is the Logitech MX Master 4, and this is the mouse I use when I'm sitting at my desk and working for a longer period. The first thing that you'll notice is its interesting shape. It fills the hand properly, gives the thumb a place to rest, and feels much more suitable for longer work. Because I spend a lot of time navigating large documents, code, and web pages, the scrolling experience is actually great. And of course, it has some additional buttons that can be used for frequently repeated actions. The biggest disadvantage is that it's not the most compact mouse. I don't use it too much when I'm actually traveling and I don't take it along with me. For traveling purpose, I have a separate Apple Magic Mouse, right? This is kind of like very sleek, minimalistic, and very portable as well. So if I'm going somewhere, I can easily take it up. And the best part, the gestures on my normal MacBook Pro M1, right? They are easily replicated on this one. It's very simple, very easy to use, but of course for very longer sessions, I try to use the Logitech one a bit more. It feels definitely a bit more aesthetic and is very lightweight, although I don't like the way it is actually charged. Now, my primary keyboard is my Apple keyboard. This is the smaller variant of the Apple keyboard and I really like this. Of course, you might be expecting that I might be using a very heavy mechanical keyboard or something, but I technically don't like that. This is also very minimalistic, very lightweight, easy to carry, and of course, all the shortcuts, all the gestures for any of my Mac machines are easily replicated here. Because I primarily use Mac, so the Apple keyboard is very much compatible with it. Of course, the new age mechanical keyboards are something that a lot of people actually use, and they are also very much compatible with Mac ecosystem. But overall, I like the aesthetics of the Apple keyboard. It gets the job done. It might not be the most interesting piece of hardware in my whole tech setup, but I really like it. I've been using it for more than 5 years now, and I'm genuinely in love with this. Moving on to audio, these are probably the most frequently used accessories in my entire setup. That is the AirPods Pro. These are the things that I use every day. I use them for meetings, phone calls, commuting, walking, working from cafes, and also traveling as well. They are small enough that I can keep them in my pocket, which means that they are normally available whenever I need them. For everyday use, travel, calls, meetings, these AirPods Pro are my first choice always. Now, alongside these, I have an AirPod Max as well. Compared to the Pro, these feels much more dedicated part of the desk setup. I use them when I want to block out distractions and focus properly, particularly when I'm in long coding sessions. This is also something psychological about wearing over-the-ear headphones, that once I put them on, it feels that I have entered a complete dedicated focused mode altogether. These are of course not too much travel friendly, but of course very good for focus related sessions. And should anyone have both? I believe just the AirPods Pro also gets the job done, but these AirPod Max are a great addition if you are too much into focus sessions and you want to just block out all the corresponding noise. One more thing in my setup is my iPad. So I use this iPad for mainly two purposes. One is of course entertainment. If I have to just casually watch movies and all when I'm just about to turn down the day, then I technically use this iPad. Apart from this, I also use it for note-taking purpose. Internally in the iPad, I have a couple of apps that are great to actually take notes, to highlight stuff, read research papers and whatnot. And in fact, I use this iPad a lot while traveling because this iPad acts as my extended monitor. So all I have to do is just carry this iPad alongside my laptop and I have a complete dedicated monitor-like setup as well. So this is very handy, very lightweight and easy to carry. And alongside that, the Apple Pencil does a great job in actually doing the note-taking part and highlighting stuff on the documents. I pair my iPad with the iPad Magic keyboard. This is great to make this iPad a dedicated PC whenever I'm in a flight, right? Because there's not much of a room to put bigger laptops on the trays. So these iPad Magic keyboard is really great to convert this into a dedicated PC, as it has also a scroll pad as well. I generally use it for, let's say, any presentation purpose, any document writing purpose, note-taking purpose, or whenever I have to just jot down my ideas or I'm thinking around some particular problem. So this is really handy for traveling as well. And whenever, let's say, if I want to extend my iPad for a monitor, this just makes my iPad stand in a vertical direction. So this is a really great addition to my tech setup, I believe. So looking at everything together, this is not the smallest possible technology setup. There is some overlap. I have two MacBooks, two mouses, different pair of AirPods, but each device gets a different balance between performance, comfort, and portability. I will definitely put a review when I'm going to put a new MacBook Air. I'll probably use it for a couple of days and definitely give you a review that how do I like it compared to my existing MacBook Pro M1. Overall, I believe with change in technology, these small things in your tech setup improves your productivity a lot. For example, nowadays we use AI a lot of time to write the code. So we need to spend a lot of time in actually exploring the code, reading the code that has been written by AI, right? I have a small monitor as well on my desk setup so that I can focus on these code reading sessions or document reading sessions as well. But whenever I'm traveling, this MacBook and my iPad is the only way in which I can actually read everything that I have written. I can review the code of everybody else and also read a lot of documentation. My main focus in this complete setup is to make sure that I'm as productive as possible, keeping things as minimalistic and as travel friendly as possible as well. The best part about my setup that I feel is that it's very comfortable and helps me to get started very fast the moment I have to go in a very dedicated focus session, or let's say if it's a just long working day, it gets the job done in very fast way. So I hope the overall tech setup was interesting for a lot of you, and a lot of you guys were actually questioning that what my tech setup actually looks like. So I believe this must have given you a good idea on what my overall desk setup looks like. See you guys in the next video, and I'm really excited to try out my new MacBook Air M5. I'll soon drop a review of that as well. That being said, let's wrap this particular video here. We're going to meet soon in the next set of videos. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. I'm Sanket Singh, signing off.